Thank you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I have the pleasure in joining the previous notable speakers in addressing you at today's opening session of the World Manufacturing Forum 2022. I would like to take this opportunity to thank and express my sincere appreciation to the organizer of the event, Regent Nobandi, for whom I give my condolences for the loss of former President Morani, and Confi Industrial Lombardy and the World Manufacturing Foundation for giving the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO, the opportunity to contribute to this important forum. We live in turbulent times. The global economic recovery from the pandemic is now threatened by geopolitical conflicts and the climate change emergency. At the same time, global value chains are being disrupted, causing food and energy prices to the very high. The context requires global solidarity and a responsible cooperation. We at UNIDO consider that supporting the industrial sector will be key in regulating economic growth and worldwide recovery. In a context where resilience has come to the forefront, building and strengthening industrial capabilities becomes more important than ever to prepare for the challenges of the day. The COVID-19 pandemic has revealed that not all countries are equally suited to face unexpected shocks. The latest edition of UNIDO flagship publication, the Industrial Development Report 2022, provides fresh empirical evidence that countries with stronger manufacturing systems were better able to absorb the pandemic's socio-economic impact, especially through industrial capabilities. However, not all industries deliver the same cushion effect against crisis. Industries that rely exclusively on low wages and have no innovation tendencies have been highly vulnerable to the shocks of the pandemic. But the robust industry were more resilient as they were also supported by agile public sectors working closely together with private firms and associations. Firms that used advanced digital technologies also suffered a lower impact in their sales, profits, and employment. Let us learn from those facts as we unlock and reshape the future of our industrial sectors, making them fit to address contemporary challenges of our rapidly changing environment. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, looking into the future, UNIDO identifies 3 megatrends that are expected to substantially change the global industrial landscape. Firstly, digitalization and automation. Secondly, global value chain transformation. And thirdly, industrial greening. These megatrends are interrelated in multiple ways that can have important implications for the functioning of supply chains, which create both opportunities and challenges. The first megatrend, advanced digitalization, is rapidly changing the way business operates and value is created. Multinational enterprises are now seeking production sites with high-quality infrastructure to establish the core of their supply chains. This opens new windows of opportunity, but also makes investment in digital infrastructure and skills even more relevant. Investing in digital infrastructure thus becomes a key enabler of future participation in global value chains, crucially supported by a skilled workforce. On this issue, in particular, I would like to remind all of you that in the digital era, the capability in the field of advanced technologies will be playing the key role in ensure that your competitiveness. This is not, I think, the era like the traditional, say, industrial era. Basically, you can still catch up. spend some time investment. But when you talk about digital era, if you are left behind, you will be left far, far behind. It's so difficult for you to catch up. So that's why you look around the world. When you see that those leaders in these advanced technologies, then I found that, in particular, that only very few countries really have this capability now. So that's why for UNIDO, we will like to work together with all of you in this regard. Global value chain transformation, the second megatrend, related to the reorganization of supply chain and has been greatly affected by the pandemic and geopolitical tension. The emergence of Asia as a dominant hub of global industrial production and China's structural transformation towards a knowledge-driven, high-income economy was accentuated. Furthermore, business operations are changing as multinational firms switch from just-in-time to just-in-case risk management models. Finally, firms are looking to shorten their value chains, bring them closer to the final customer to reduce the vulnerabilities exposed by the pandemic and other crises. The third megatrend, industrial greening, relates to the urgent need to move towards greener production practice to address climate change. It also related to the need of shaping new policy landscape and creating new ways of doing business. Governments are increasingly introducing mandatory disclosure requirements for companies to report on their pollution, carbon emissions, and other environmental impacts. In this regard, I would like to commend, I think, the efforts of European countries, really, to create this kind of environment to encourage the companies to align their operations with this green kind of transformation. The rise in environmental regulations together with changes in incentives and the consumer sentiment has implications for all supply chains. In a rapidly evolving scenario, countries need to engage, adapt, and respond to these megatrends. To prepare for the future, they need to take concrete actions to seize opportunities and to turn challenges into opportunities. Policies and strategies to develop industrial capabilities, in particular, say those SMEs capabilities, need to be a top priority. And those policies should not only come after we discover certain gaps, but should derive constantly from our ongoing industrial needs and should therefore be integrated in our daily industrial efforts, projects, and activities. However, national efforts alone may not be sufficient to build such capabilities, especially in the less developed countries. Today, more than ever, we need a strong partnership to advance in an inclusive and sustainable manner. We must cooperate globally to support progress in achieving those goals. We need to stand ready to support countries along this journey to build a better and more resilient future. One of UNIDO's priorities is to support member states in achieving a digital transition that translates digital opportunities into reality, minimize the challenges of that process. This is done through technology transfer, e-commerce tools, enterprise management practices, and capacity building. Looking forward, UNIDO is preparing a strategic framework for digital transformation and artificial intelligence, making the fourth industrial revolution work for all, to respond to the needs of member states in a digitalized era. The objective is to boost innovation ecosystems, to tackle the digital divide, but to reduce the differences between countries and firms in their capabilities to adopt those technologies. Moreover, to foster a green transition, UNIDO aims to facilitating a global access to green technologies. The organization leverages its expertise in renewable energy and energy efficiency, circular economy, decarbonization, and emission reduction to support member states in unlocking opportunities for resilient, carbon-neutral, and circular growth. Our approach to industrial greening builds on technology transfer in cleaner and resource-efficient production, providing education and training, and designing green industrial policies. Finally, UNIDO is also actively working towards increasing the competitiveness of industries in developing countries to facilitate their integration and upgrading within global supply chain. Our goal is to raise the quality of manufactured products and their compliance with market requirements through capacity and trade-related quality infrastructure building. To do so, we support small and medium enterprises to take advantage of local content requirements, sustainability standards, and technology transfer to be more competitive and thus able to participate in local, regional, and global value chains. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, UNIDO is committed to advancing solutions to the key concerns of developing countries, such as access to energy, food security, the need for decent jobs, and fair supply chains. Today, more than ever, we need solid public-private partnerships that foster an innovative collaboration between different actors and stakeholders. We therefore invite the many industrial companies present here today and the regional government of Lombardy's to join our efforts in supporting developing countries in their process of structural transformation to achieve the 2030 agenda. I'm looking forward to the forum's fruitful discussions. Together with our member states and partners, UNIDO stands ready to build partnerships for more sustainable industries. Thank you.
Thank you so much.